guys, it's Shazib Afridi from Game Logics, and this is part 25 of our game How to Make a Ludo in Unity. Okay, so let's dive straight into the coding part. And as I have told you, I had told you in the previous tutorial that I am gonna complete the rotation part, but I have only done it for the green player. Okay, I had already done it for the red one. Okay, I had shown you that in the previous tutorial, but I have only done it for the green player in this tutorial before starting this tutorial. Okay, and I had already told you, but I left blue player and yellow player, and there is a reason behind that, and I will tell you later why I did that. Okay, so now let's jump into the coding part. Okay, so we have done some coding in the few previous tutorials. Okay, so let's let's proceed with that, and let's write some code for our red player one. Where is that? Where is our red player? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so now we have done some coding. Okay, and now let's see if we have already if red player one steps, if they are greater than zero. Okay, like it should be because we have incremented it here. Okay, so it's greater than zero. Then we need to create again a vector 3 array. Uh, Vector 3 array, and again uh, red player 1 path. Okay, and it's going to be this time it's going to be equal to our select uh, dice name animation, and I'm going to explain it after a while why. And then we need to loop. Okay, we need to loop from I equal to 0 and then I less than select dice name animation and I plus plus. Okay, so now in red player path, player one path is going to be the ith index. Okay, what the hell? Ith index, and the red movement block, red player steps one steps plus I dot red player. What the hell is this? Oh. So I was thinking why it's not why the intelligence is not giving me the transform. So it's because red movement block. Yeah, now it will give me because it's a list and list has a transform position. Okay, see. So these are the things that you should keep in mind. Okay, so what this code is basically doing. Okay, so first when it will create the array of the indexes of how many of the solid dice name animation. Okay, so sometimes it will be like 2 1 3 4 maximum up to 6. Okay, so when we will come here to this loop, so first it will at the zeroth index, like I is equal to 0 at the zeroth index, So red pair 1 steps will already be greater than 0 because here we have incremented it and it will be equal to 1. So okay, so 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So it will store the position of this location, of this first location, okay, of this location. You can say it's, yeah, because it's at the element 1. Okay, let me show you, because I am a curious person and I expect the curiosity from my students as well. So I explain things in a detail and it's my way. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so see, it's element 0. Okay, so they start at element 0 and at element 1. Like you can say that it's the 0th index and this is the first index, the 1 index. Okay, the first index is going to be this one, element 1. Okay, so you got my point. Okay, so 1 plus 0 is going to return what? 1. Okay, so it will be this first location, element 1. And then in the same manner, when this I will increment, like we have rolled 3 or 4, or you can say 5 or 6. So okay, so this loop will run many times. Okay, you got the idea. Like we have rolled 4, so it will be at the second time, like it will be 1 plus 1 2, at the third time like 1 plus 1 plus 2 3, and 1 plus 4, like, okay, so you got the idea. So this will store all the positions, like we have rolled 5. Okay, and we are here, so it will like for at the first element, at the 0th index in our red player 1 path, at the, like, when I is equal to 0, so at the 0th index it will store this position, and at the first index it will be this position. Okay, so this block position, and at the second this block, and the 4 and the fifth. Okay, so these positions will be stored in our array, and then uh, what I'm gonna do is simply, okay, is going to simply red player, red, what the hell, steps, red player on steps. So now I am going to add the select dice num animation. Okay, so we will in this way we will keep track of our red player 1 steps. Okay, so now like it will be 1. Okay, so when it's greater than 0, it means that our red player 1 steps will be equal to 1, and like we have rolled 4. So 4 plus 1 is going to be, so now our red player 1 steps will store the value 5. Okay, 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So in this way, we will repeatedly increment our red player 1 steps, and then the same red player 2, and all the players. Okay, so uh, this code will be duplicated. Okay, for all of the remaining players. Okay, so now when we are done with this, now let's code some other point. Yeah, let's check it for, like, if we have in case like we have rolled our, if it's equal to 6. Okay, yeah, it can be like we have rolled 6. Okay, so we are going to uh, so the same red player is going to keep the turn. Okay, so we are not going to switch switch the player turn. Okay, so player turn will be, in this case, is going to be equal to red. Okay, I'm typing that. Great. Okay, I apologize for that. Okay, so it will be like red. Else, in the else block, if it's not the case, then we should do what? We should simply switch the tone. Okay, so for that purpose, I'm gonna use switch, and switch should be main manager. We are going to check how many players. Okay, we are playing two-player game, 3 or 4. Then we are going to write the case. it's two players game, then player turn is going to be simply we will pass the player turn to the green one. Okay, because we have only two players, red and green. Break. Things are simple. Okay, if you focus, it's not that difficult. Okay, with a little bit of alignment. Case three is going to be uh, the player turn is going to be like yeah, if it's a three players game, so green player is not included in the three players game, so it's going to be blue. Okay, and break. Okay, it's four, and it's going to be player turn again green because right after red one, the blue player's turn comes. Okay, here, see here, right after red, it's blue player. Okay. So it's done, and now let's check. Okay, now uh, if our red player path, if its length is greater than one, like here, we have rolled the dice and we got two, three, four, five, or six, but not one. Okay, but not one. Like if we have rolled one, so this loop will execute only once. Okay, like 0 is less than 1. Okay, and then after the incrementation 1 is not less than 1. Okay, so we will get the red player path array. It will only have the 0th index. Okay, so in that case this condition will not be true, and I am gonna code that what it's going to be. Okay, but if we got a greater number, we got a number greater than 1. Okay, then this condition will become true and its length will be greater than 1. Okay, our array length is going to be greater than 1, and then I can say that I tween dot move to okay dot move to is going to be red player 1, and then again I tween hash dot hash, but this time is it's going to be different. How? In the first parameter only. Okay, this time the key is going to be path. Okay, and the value is going to be our array reference. Okay, so it's an important point when we pass an array by its name, so it is passed by reference. Like a complete array is passed. Okay, from the beginning to the end. Okay, and the second argument is going to be speed, double quotes. Okay, speed, and speed is going to be 125. Okay, and time again, double quotes. Time is going to be 2.00, and its each type is going to be elastic. Okay, elastic is better than linear, and yawn complete. When we are done with the movement, then we are going to call our initialize dice method. Initialize dice And when we have reached to our target position uh, on complete target, um, complete not capital on complete target, then we need to pass our exact game object, this game object. This means this points to the current instance of our game object, of our player. Yeah, this means this red player. Okay, so I hope that, yeah, it's done. Okay, so now if we have rolled one, okay, the case that I've already discussed, if we have one, then our red pair path array length is not going to be greater than one, okay? So its length will be not greater than one, then it's going to be our else statement. Oh, what the hell? And I'm simply going to copy this and change only one parameter. Okay, so now I don't need to pass the path. It's going to be the position again, okay? Because we are moving only one step ahead, and that is going to be, and our array is also going to be have, our array will have only one index, and that index is going to be at the 0th index, okay? Because when I is equal to 0 and our select dice name animation has value of 1, so 0 is less than 1, okay? So it will be executed only once. Okay, I think that much explanation is more than enough for you guys. Hmm. Okay, so I hope we haven't misspelled anything because it will create big problems for us. So, and now before testing, um, I am gonna code some. I am going to code an important feature like here. Um, for our red player. Where is our player? It's like up, up, up. So, oops, yeah, I have forgot one thing. Let's code that. Let's code that. Okay, okay. It's going to be. What the hell? Where is our red player one movement? Where the hell is that? Here. Our current player name is going to be red player one. Okay, this is our current player name. Okay, you are in the red player one zone. Okay, so yeah, and okay, so now one important part is left, which is going to be the red player. Okay, for red player one, should be should be up here. Let's comment that. Condition for border glow. Okay, let's put some equal, it looks better. So now if our red movement block dot count minus uh, red player one steps, okay, if if we minus our red player steps from red movement block count, and if it's greater than or equal to our select dice num animation, and um, if our red player steps, and if they are also greater than 0, and if our red movement block dot count, if they are greater than our red player uh, one steps, then return true, and then make our red player border red player one border active. It should be active, and make our red player one button. It should be interactable, not false. It should be true. Okay, so what this code actually does? Okay, so most of the time, our red movement block count is going to be when we minus our red player one steps. So most of the times, it will be greater than our select dice num animation. So like. And if we have already come out of our home, okay, if the red player one has already come out of his home, like red player one step has it has a value greater than 0, okay, so like it has already come out of his home, then and most of the times this statement will be greater than, like you can say this will always, most of the times, sorry, most of the times it will be greater than our select dice num animation, but in rare cases it will not be, like we have come this far like we are here, like 55 or at 56 position at the element like 55 or 56, okay, 54 or 55, then so it will be like 57 minus 54, it will be equal to 3, okay, and we have rolled the dice, select dice num animation is equal to 4, okay, so then it will not be greater than our select dice num animation, like 3 is not greater than 4, okay, so this will return, okay, so here our statement will get false, okay, so it will not return true. So we will not be able to move this player, okay, so in that kind of scenario it will return us false, the whole statement will return us false, okay, because of the end, okay, end means like this, and this should return true, and again if this whole is true, then this statement should also return true, okay, so why we are using this statement? Okay, the last one. This one is simple, like we have already come out of our home, okay, and this one, like we have like red player one has completed its red player one has completed his journey, okay, like it has reached, it has come right here, so it has completed his journey, then there is no there is no use to activate its border and it should not be intractable. Okay, so this statement, like its count is 57 and the in red player 1 steps are also equal to 57, like it has completed his journey, then this statement will return false for which player? For red player only, for red player 1. For red player 1 because it has already completed his journey and we don't need to activate its border and it should not be intractable. Okay, you got my point. I hope so that you got my point. Okay, so this is it, and now I should test it. Okay, it should. I hope that it should work fine. And we have done it only for the red player one. Okay, so which is I think this one. Okay, so let's save it. Save the code, save the project, and let's test it. Okay, so hope for the best. Wow, see, wow, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Oh, no, we haven't done anything for the green one. Okay, wow. I think I forgot to activate the rotation for the it's which one? Oh, second one. Oh, no, it's border. Oh, it's rotation. So rotation is it should be 20. So rotation is 0. So it is rotating at the 0th. Okay. So when the game is running, I think it is not working. Okay, rotate by everything is fine. Yeah, yeah. Let's make that change for the should be at 20 degree. Its rotation should be 20 degree. Okay, like it was rotating it zero, like non-rotation. So rotation should be 20 degree. Okay, so now let's run it again and you saw it. Okay, and it worked absolutely fine. Okay, the movement was working. The hell? Come on, what? Why it's not rotating? Should be. Did I not save it or what? It's again zero. What the hell is wrong with this? What the hell is wrong? Shouldn't be zero. It's again zero. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Let me see. It is done. What the hell? What is wrong? It's not saving my work. I don't know it's the problem of that utility or it's something wrong with Unity. It shouldn't be the case. Like, see, I'm saving it. I'm saving it. So it should work. Let's see. What the hell? Now it's making me angry. What the hell is wrong with this? It's not saving it. Let's see. What the hell? Let me remove this component and let's attach it again. Okay. So add and it. So I don't know. It's the problem with Unity or it's the problem of the utility. I don't know. says it should be 20. Okay, time should be half a second. Okay. Speed should be 120. Its rotation speed and the time that it should take to rotate to, to complete its one round. Okay, should be linear. Should be looping, yeah, continuously. Now, yeah, now it is saved. No, it's what the hell is wrong with this thing? Let's check it. I hope that this time should have filled it. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Come on, give me 6. What the hell? I think that I should modify it for the testing purpose again. What the hell? See, now it's working. But we haven't done anything, so we are stuck. Okay, let's I am going to modify that again. Roll dice. Where is our roll dice? Dice roll method. Where is so let's comment it again and let's assign it 6. Okay, and you will see in this way our movement. So it will move probably many times. Okay, again and again we will get 6 and it will move 6 places. Why is not? Okay, so saving though. Okay, so here again 6. See, again 6. Okay, so things are working. Okay, so things are working fantastically. Whoa, too fast. Hmm? But it's okay. It's okay. So things are working perfectly. You will see that statement. Okay, now, okay, see, its border is not active yet. Okay, so its border is not active. Okay, so I was talking about this statement. Where is that? This. So now we are here. It's probably, I think, it's 54. Mm, yeah, it's element 54, I think. Okay, so uh, 57, 57 minus and the it's element 54, but the red pair one steps should be equal to 55. Okay, because our element numbering is from the element 0. Okay, so it's 55. The red player one steps at this point they are equal to 55. So 57 minus 55, we get 2, and our dice number is 6. Okay, so it's not greater than our dice number. So at this point, this statement has returned false. So they are our border, our red pair one border, and its button is not interactable. You can see, okay, I am clicking it, but it's doing nothing. Okay, so I hope that you have learned a few things in this tutorial, and thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for notifications. Okay, and your support, don't forget to support me, and thank you again for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.